everyone. It's Monday, it's 4 o'clock, and that means it's time for the Hostess Next Door. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Vanessa Cantave. I'm your chef and entertaining expert here at LittleThings. We've got Sarah. She's with us. She's going to be taking your comments and reading your questions, so make sure that you are typing away and letting me know if you have any thoughts and ideas. Today's show is all about throwing an amazing bridal shower. So I have thrown many bridal showers for my business, but also just for my friends. It's not probably a surprise that I get asked to do this more often than I'd like. But no, I have some really great ideas, and I think we've scoured, online and just thought of everything that we could. There's so many ideas out there, and so today is an effort to try to just come up with our very, very favorite ideas. So let's get started. We are going to be doing a lot more DIY on today's episode than I think we have in the past, which is really fun. We get to break out our iron and our glue gun, and Sarah, I think you're really excited too.
I am. I have some friends that I need tips for this.
Don't worry, there's still going to be stuff for you to eat because I know you're really here for the snacks and
I'm
the
always
food.
here for the food.
I got it. So the first thing, obviously, when you're having a shower is to kind of pick a theme, right? So there's some really great themes. You could do a spa theme, a vintage theme. I've been to tons of showers that were co-ed, meaning, the bride and the groom and all their friends. But I think the most popular that I've come across is like a garden party. Like a tea party, a brunch, something like that. So today, I think a lot of our ideas are going to be inspired by doing something in the garden. And one of my favorites is a crown. So I'm going to show you guys how to make a crown. And it doesn't just have to be for the bride. It can be for all the girls that come. Of course, the bride gets the most fabulous crown, but everyone should be able to get a crown. So what we've done here today is you're going to start with a piece of wire. So we took a piece of wire. We made it like a nice circle, good shape for your head. And then we've just kind of gotten some of our favorite little flowers. You want a mixture of green, some baby's breath, which is nice and white, and then, bright colors. So I'm going to come over here, which is, I've got a bunch of flowers that I've picked for you guys from, this is like our DIY flower vase.
They're very
pretty, and they're like, we're just picking things out of here, so it still looks pretty even though it's not like a regular arrangement.
So I could just go buy a bouquet at the store if I don't have anything from my own garden and make it from
of course.
that.
Okay. No. I mean, I don't have a garden. I live in Brooklyn. But so what I've got here is I've got some green leaves. I've got some baby's breath. I think you guys know I love baby's breath. It gets a bad rap. And then we've got little tiny spray carnations and little roses. So what we did was after we made the crown shape, we went ahead and we tied some, it's kind of like green masking tape, but it's just for plants, this kind of thing. You can make bouquets out of it. We wrapped that around, and then I took some of these green leaves, and these aren't even glued down yet. These are so great. They're nice and sturdy that I've just started to wrap these around. And I put a little bit of baby's breath on here. So now I'm just going to take the roses, some of these really nice carnations. I love these colors. I'm going to snip these. I'm just going to take a few. We're going to do pink. I feel like when you are having a shower, this is the ultimate time to be super girly. I don't know that I'm necessarily the girliest girl, but something about throwing a bridal shower just really brings out the girly. So we're going to grab our glue gun. Let me just take a little bit more of this baby's breath. I'm going to grab our glue gun.
I've got a quick question. So
yeah.
Roxy Haynes says, I'm not having a bridal shower, but my bachelorette party is this Saturday on April Fool's Day. Do we have any theme recommendations for that?
Well, bachelorette, so Sarah, you and I had this conversation the other day about how we would love to have a bachelorette party more than we would want to have a bridal shower because it's obviously like just you.
It's a little
more
fun.
It's you and your friends. And yes, you can, Roxy, definitely make a flower crown for your shower. I mean, for your bachelorette.
When my brother's wife was getting married, for her bachelorette, we all wore flower crowns. So I think this is definitely applicable.
Hello, of course. It's just pretty and it's fun. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of glue right here on the crown. This is great.
I actually just bought a hot glue gun, and I'm obsessed with it now.
Oh, God.
It's so great for crafting so many things.
Everything.
Like the glassware, you can add ribbon
Oh,
and
yeah.
sequins and stuff. Yeah, I love it.
It's the best. So I'm going to kind of go around. And by the way, there's like no wrong way to do this, right? You can just get like as creative as you want. I think I'm going to put this one like rose piece. I think I'm going to put this one rose piece off to the side. Okay. What are some great ideas that everybody out there likes to do for a theme? What's your favorite bridal shower theme?
We've got a couple people suggesting for the bachelorette. Hope Highline says, for my sister's bachelorette, she wants to go to the escape room in LA. It is a game where you can look it up, and then you try to get your way out. Yeah.
That sounds scary.
And then we have some people shouting out their favorite kinds of roses or favorite kinds of flowers for the wreath. So Sadie Claire says roses.
Roses.
I was seeing that someone, let's see, Debbie Kaiser Di Sabatino says, I love orchids. Oh, those are probably my favorite flowers too.
Yes, gorgeous, gorgeous.
I don't know. I love like hyacinths or lily of the valley or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a really pretty flower. I think I'm going to leave this one just like this. Sarah, how do you think about this one? I love it. I love it. Nice and simple, right?
Because sometimes I think for me it's like I don't want an over the top.
Yeah, no, I think this one is going to be really nice. And also everybody gets to have one, right? So you don't want the flower crowns to be a little too over the top that are just for the guests. But then right here next to it, we have the flower crown that we made earlier, which is what we would give the bride. So the one we have is like really nice and simple. And then this one is way more elaborate. And you can tell we've added some nice like a veil, if you will. So we've got like all of that.
That's so funny because
you can get like really cute with it.
I just had someone say, Tonya Livesay Stewart said, for the bachelorette crown, you got to get some veiling material to attach the back.
So this one is obviously a little bit more involved, and I think it'll be fun to make that ahead of time for the bride, and then everyone else can wear their flower crown. So that is one of my favorite DIY ideas. And then, of course, we do want to make some fun snacks. So let's get started. I like to do tea sandwiches, but I like to be a little bit creative. So here we've got our 3-tier cake stand. We've already started with some cucumber and cream cheese tea sandwiches. They're kind of like the quintessential tea sandwich, right? And then I've got one thing I'm going to show you guys here. Excuse me. I'm going to show you guys, there's these great Rice Krispie treats. We made these earlier for you. You can see these ones are really cute. So what we've done is we've just taken like your standard Rice Krispie treat recipe. We used some cutters and then we put some pink melting chocolate. So easy peasy. Here you'll see I'm just going to, there we go. Make a nice little heart shape. Comes out looking like this. These ones are a little dry. Sorry.
I do have some ideas for themes coming through now. So Elisa Duenes, or Dunez, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. She says, my granddaughter's 15th birthday is coming up, and her dress is a champagne color, and the theme is spring flowers, butterflies, etc. So yeah, I think she could
That's
definitely.
That's a really good one.
I think she could definitely benefit from some of these things that we're making today.
Oh, that's a really good theme. I like that one. Because you know, you can get those little silk butterflies and you can add them into the crown, and then you've got the flowers and you have the silk butterflies, so that's really, really cute. So here's the 2 little hearts that I cut out, and then we're gonna take, this is melting chocolate. So the melting chocolate you can find at the craft store, like Michael's, like one of those kind of places, or any kind of a baking store. And sometimes you can find them at certain grocery stores. So we obviously chose to do pink. It's girly. And then we're going to take our little heart-shaped Rice Krispies that I like had to force through that cookie cutter, but that's okay. And we're just gonna, we're just gonna get creative here. This is really great. It stays warm, and you can kind of use it for at least, I would say, like 20 to 30 minutes. So that's really great. You can just melt. You can even melt this in the microwave. It comes in different colors. If you wanted to get creative, you could use like pastel purple, like a lavender, something like that.
Maybe if it was a baby shower, you could even do it in the shape of like the letter of the first name or something like that. I love the idea of using cookie cutters.
Oh, of course, of course. So here we're just going to put a little bit more here, and then this is really great. So you want to have like a variety of savory and sweet. So we've also got macaroons and little cupcakes. I know in New York everyone likes those, that company that makes those little teeny tiny cupcakes that you can eat in one bite. Those are always great for showers. And like, yeah, definitely, Sarah, I think a lot of these ideas work for baby showers as well as bridal showers. So to your point, you can definitely use these for like a birthday party, or not just necessarily a bridal shower. So here we go.
I have to just squeeze in this shout out. Lynn Cutchin says, big shout out to Monica, who's getting married, sending many blessings her way. So we wanted to shout that out. And then we have a couple more themes coming in. Tonya says, my son is proposing at the end of May. They love to fish together, so we're going to do a cute fishing theme shower.
Oh, a fishing?
I love. Yeah.
Wow.
And then Angela Marie Jarrett says a beach theme. You know, if you like.
Oh, I love the idea of doing a beach theme.
I do
That
too.
would be so great. Okay. Yes, I want to go to all of these showers that everybody's suggesting.
You guys are going to have to invite us.
So here, I just wanted to show really quickly how easy it is to make a tea sandwich. A tea sandwich is obviously just a small sandwich. So here's a sandwich we made. This is a turkey and cheese sandwich. We're using potato bread. But, you know, tea sandwiches, for a lot of moms, you've probably been making tea sandwiches and not really calling them that, since a lot of kids like to have the crust off the bread. But everything is just about being really cute and super dainty. So here we're just cutting the crust off. And the cucumber and cream cheese ones, we made them in like little bars. You know, we made these. They're kind of more like just like long and skinny. But I think it's cute if you can just sort of do a little bit of variety. So for these ones, I think what we're going to do is make these ones into little triangles. And we'll go ahead and place those on our 3-tier cake stand. If you are making your tea sandwiches a little bit before you're having the party, one thing you might want to do is take a paper towel and run it under some water, and then squeeze as much of the water out as you can so that the paper towel is just damp. And then you're going to just carefully just lay that right on top of the sandwiches, and that's just going to make sure that they don't dry out. So that's a little trick for you guys. All right, and then I have one more thing I want to add that's in the savory category to my little 3-tier stand, and that is a little bit of egg salad, which I love, and it's just really nice and pretty. So here we've made a truffled egg salad, and we've got these little crostini. So I'm going to make about 4 for you guys right here. I think you guys remember we had an episode recently where we were doing all kinds of different little crostinis, and here's a cute little way to do it. And that's just because you want everything to look like kind of different and kind of fun, and just like a nice little spread of cute little girly, teeny, fun snacks, savory and sweet.
We're getting some suggestions. So Lydia Jackson says she likes watercress and cream cheese.
Ooh.
We had someone say smoked salmon.
Yeah.
We had Tonya respond again with she likes the cucumber sandwiches, and she loves chicken salad sandwiches too.
Yes.
I think any of those salad sandwiches, like the egg salad you're making, I love that.
Exactly. I love chicken salad. That's usually my go-to for sure. And also because, like, you know, people are going to actually be a little bit hungry, and so if everything is just like dainty and really sweet, or like cupcakes and things like that, you kind of want to have something that feels a little bit more substantial, and that's when like a chicken salad is usually a really good option. So definitely like a chicken salad would be great to throw in the mix. Today we did the little turkey sandwiches, so we're doing an egg salad, but I think that's a really good idea too. All right.
We're getting complimented on our set today too. Mandisa Ella says the set looks beautiful.
It's
which I was excited about the set today for sure.
It's very girly, so I love these. These are just really great, and they just pack a lot of flavor. I think you guys know I love to do things that have like not that many ingredients, really simple, and just pack a lot of flavor. So that is our 3-tier stand. All right, so moving on, we are back to another little DIY tip. So one of my favorite things is to make the favors, you know, when you leave. So I think it just shows a little bit of just kind of like, I don't know, just that special touch if you can do it on your own. So one of the things that we've done today is we've bought really nice, like fancy soap. Which you can find, you know, also at the craft store, or you can find it like your favorite store. Sometimes you can get really great soaps, inexpensive, even at like a Whole Foods or one of those kind of places. But then we took some really beautiful lace and we wrapped the lace around and we pulled out our glue gun. It's all about the glue gun today. We pulled out our glue gun, and so we pinned it here on the bottom, and then we also added this like nice little pretty kind of jewel on top. So this is really great if you want to have a really cool DIY idea. So my best friend got married like maybe 6 years ago, and I will say this: when you are doing a DIY project, just make sure that you don't bite off more than you can chew. I had this wonderful idea, which I posted on social media today. I was going to tell you guys this story. The best, worst idea I ever had was to create these custom pillows that were going to go in these cabanas. Oh, here they are. They were going to go in the cabanas. She was getting married at a hotel in Miami, and it was outside. And I was like, oh, we'll just make pillows. It's so easy. And like one of our friends was a fashion designer, so it was great, and we all had sewing machines, and so I was like, we'll have a DIY party. It'll be like a mini bridal shower where we like make these pillows. It was the worst ever. We probably made 5 pillows that night, and we needed to be making like 30 pillows. So after everyone left, my house looked like a factory, and I was left to make like the 20 pillows by myself. But luckily, her husband was an a graphic designer, so he created those beautiful silk screens, and that's how come we had those custom pillows, and they ended up being the takeaway gifts for everyone at the wedding. So that is a little tip for you. Just make sure when you get down the road on doing DIY projects that you pick projects that won't take you like 3 months to complete. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to show you guys, the other thing I really like is to make a tote bag. So today we've got these tote bags, which you could put the soaps in or you could put anything in. So we've got one that I like, that we did here. These are just iron-on, so, well, I'll show you guys in a little bit. We have one that's hanging up in the back, which I'll show you guys. And then we have this one, and I'm just going to show you how easy it is. You can find these appliques. So we've got this one over here, which I really love, and it's kind of like goes along with our flower crown idea. This says Happy Day. And then we've got this that we've done here that says Miss to Ms. And so what we did was, let me just make sure, we ironed these down. These are really easy, and you can find these at Michael's or one of those kind of craft stores anywhere. And then you're just gonna, you know, slowly peel these off. You can even find the tote bags online. And you can usually get a volume discount is what I learned. So if you order, you know, like 20 or 30 bags, you usually get like a better deal. But again, these are kind of like projects you need to be thinking about in advance. So you want to give yourself a little bit of time to plan if you're going to do like a DIY thing. So if you're planning the shower, I mean, give yourself a good like month if you're going to plan to do anything like this. But this is one of my favorites, and I love it. And again, you can put the soap or whatever you make like into your tote bag. So.
I love that because you can never have too many of those little totes
to
lug random things
it's
everywhere.
So cute.
Yeah,
it's so
I
cute.
love that so much, and they can be really personalized.
I love it. I mean, this would be obviously one you would give to the bride, but you could do others. One of the things that we did at the wedding I was just talking about was they just sort of had like a like a branded theme, and then everyone got tote bags when they arrived, and we threw things in there like chips and, you know, hangover cures and things like that.
That's cute.
That you might need. And then so the other thing too, I didn't want to skip over was, you know, the decor. That's a really great way for you to get creative, and you don't have to spend a lot. So here we've got like these wonderful tissue, tinsel, we have palms, you know, all this stuff you can find, you can buy online, you can buy at the store. I love it so much, and it's just a way to kind of like make it just even more personal, even more fun. I love it so much. This is just the one time when I just probably girl out and get like super into like pinks and pastels and all that sort of stuff. So that's another one of my favorites. And then we can't leave without talking about drinking, right?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think we've
Sometimes we need the drinking to get through some of these.
Right? So so me and Sarah were just talking about, like, we like to do games and we like to, but we don't love, like, opening presents, right? So games are really fun. My favorite game is the one where, have you played the one, Sarah, where, like, you break up into teams and they give you, like, tons of toilet paper. You have to use the toilet paper. Oh my God. So this is one of my really good friends. We did this toilet paper dress. Everybody gets to make a dress out of toilet paper. You see how awesome. We got robbed. We did not win.
Whoa.
And that is what we created. I'd just like to say I think it's beautiful.
That's beautiful.
Hello. Thank you.
She didn't even have to pay for a dress for her wedding. She should have just worn that.
Well, she was a wedding guest, so she was at the shower. But yeah, like, right? So it's just really fun. You can get creative. So that's kind of one I like. And you want to allow a little bit of time. So I think, to me, 2 or 3 games is enough. I know you said you like the one where the party planners kind of get with the groom behind the scenes and get all the answers to, like, how well do you know each other. Yep. Yeah, that's a really fun one. You know, again, these are just the kind of things that you're going to have to, like, make sure you give yourself enough time to plan, because that one's a really popular game, but you got to, like, I mean, can you imagine? Like, it's hard to get with your own, like, guy, let alone trying to pin down someone else's guy. Like, like, give me a break. So no, but yeah, so games are really fun. Just make sure that you give yourself enough time. And like I said, it's totally up to you. I am not a big proponent of opening the gifts at the party, because I think it sometimes takes way too much time. And that's time that everybody can kind of be, like, hanging out and talking and enjoying each other. And, you know, probably the next time everybody's going to see each other is going to be at the wedding. So it's really exciting time. And so if you know, my personal opinion, entertaining tip, I would say don't open the gifts there. Open them later and send really nice thank you cards. Okay, so we are going to actually end today's episode with the punch, which is my favorite, and it's how you would start the shower if you were really having a shower. So we are going to make a punch today with, this is the best, girliest punch. It's going to have everything you love in it. Are you ready? Okay, so we've got rosé wine.
That's a fancy container.
Well, it's nice, right? So, so we've got this girl who helps us, and we never shout her out. We should totally shout her out today. Thank you, Gina. She does all this really great stuff and helps us get ready for the show every week. And she does things like puts the wine in fancy carafes,
decanters
like
or carafes or whatever. Yeah.
Yes, I love her so much. All right, so this is just the equivalent of 1 bottle of rosé. So we're going to throw that in here. And then we are using, like, a sparkling lemonade. So, right, like, if you wanted to use sparkling rosé, you could also use sparkling rosé so that it was nice and bubbly. But if you had regular rosé, you could use sparkling lemonade. So we're using sparkling lemonade. And this is actually a recipe that I stole from the Martha Stewart Weddings website, because I love her. But yeah, so we're going to throw a little bit of raspberry liqueur. We're going to do.
That's perfect.
Oh,
because
it's so good.
Sherry Eddington actually said that she loves champagne with Chambord.
Yeah.
So this is right up her alley.
This is going to be her favorite drink, because it's champagne, Chambord, and then some other things. So we're going to put, like, 2 tablespoons. I'm really only measuring this for you guys, because if I wasn't here, I'd be doing a little bit of that, you know. So I love the way this tastes. This is, like, my favorite. And then what we've done is we've taken, so we had, you've seen, like, those silicone ice cube trays that are really cool. Do you remember, like, when everyone was watching, like, Mad Men, and they were into those giant ice cubes and making things all cool? So there's just been a lot of things going on with ice cube trays, and we found these super cute ones that make the ice cubes shaped like a heart. So what we did was we cut up some peaches, and we put the peaches in the ice cube tray, and then we poured the water in, and then now we have these cute little heart-shaped ice cubes. How about that? So we're going to throw the ice in there, and then we're going to throw some additional peaches in there.
Yum.
I know, this is so good. I'm so excited. It's almost like
sangria.
It's almost like a sangria, right? I was about to say, it's almost like a sangria. So I'm going to do it like this. And then, I mean, that's really it. So I'm going to pour a little bit into this glass, because I think that you guys want me to taste it and let you know if it's yummy or not.
I think we do.
And Sarah's going to be right behind me after this is over. I love these little, look at how cute they are.
I love the shape.
The little,
and the
I know, it's
ice.
so
That's
cute.
Such a great idea.
It's so, so, so cute. Awesome. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to give it a little stir. This is also a really cute little girly cup.
I have a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
What is the date jar on the corner of the table?
This is so good. Oh, yeah, I almost forgot. So this is actually a game that I really like. So this is, you take the popsicle stick and you have a pen out, and then here is where you're gonna write like your favorite date night like thing to go do with your husband. So I think the idea is that like, okay, it's gonna be great when you're newlyweds and all of that, but maybe later, a little bit further down the line, you're gonna need to be a little bit more creative with like coming up with fun ideas, you know, especially like when the kids come and all of that. So these are just a way for your friends to give you some really good ideas, and you can write them here, and then when you finish writing them, you pop them in the thing, and at the end of it, you know, your friend, the bride, will leave with all these really great date ideas.
I've seen a version of this too where you give the newlyweds advice.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very similar. So like you
Yeah.
just throw in like something that works, like never go to
Exactly.
bed angry. You
No,
know.
exactly, like never go to bed. But then you leave, right? So you don't just have like the book that everybody signed. You have that, you have gifts, you have little tips and ideas. I think this is the kind of stuff that, you know, way later after the wedding, when the bride has a chance to really sit down and catch her breath, this stuff just means so much, and it's really cute. It can be a really fun day.